Hello Internet, I'm me, and this is Kaizoku Sentai Goakiger! Episode, I think it's 49 now. This is the last episode, supposedly, before we get to episode 50, which hasn't been reached, I don't think, in a while, in Super Sentai. So, yay. Now, I have missed last episodes, so I'm just gonna give you pretty much the recap of what's on the beginning of this episode. So, here you go.
これが最後だ。絶対にケリをつける。宿敵バスコとの死闘を制し、マーベラスは大いなる力の最後の5つを手に入れた。今ここに全ての大いなる力が公開者。
Yes, freaking awesome episode. Sorry I didn't get to review it. It's a 10 out of 10 if you really want to know. Go find it. This episode was a fucking badass episode. Great battle, great intensity. You have to go watch it. Now, for this episode I also have to recommend highly on the list because this is a 5-in-1 tribute episode. Yes, 5-in-1. This is a tribute to all the teams that were captured by Bosco, or their ultimate powers were captured by Bosco. And those teams, if you had forgotten, were Flashman, Changeman, not Live Man, sorry, Mask Man, Sun Vulcan, and 5-Man. So, yeah, a lot of mans and only one Sun Vulcan, and I'm pretty sure we haven't done a Live Man tribute. I don't think. Or a Zyu Ranger tribute either. I don't know, maybe they were covered in the movie. I'm still questioning things because I'm not too sure. And I don't think there was a Dynaman tribute either. Anywho, this episode was pretty much about them getting all the ultimate powers finally together. And it takes about all of 2 seconds because Bosco had entered in the ultimate powers into the Ranger keys, and so they pretty much just had to figure out a way to get to the ultimate treasure. Which, of course, Navi is the one to lead them. And it turns out Navi turns into a giant door once all 35 ultimate powers are gathered. Or 34, sorry. No, 35, because of Goakiger. Are all gathered together, and of course, Navi is turned into a giant door in which all the Red Ranger keys go in and open the door. And of course, they go through a dark and mysterious cave, and ba-na-na-na, you got the ultimate treasure of the universe. Which, yes, people, it looks like the Triforce of Wisdom. Or Power. Whatever, I never played Zelda. But, yeah, it clearly looks like the Triforce of Power, Wisdom, whatever. But, you know what? Hey, this thing, pretty much Kaizoku Sentai Goakiger has been said to pretty much be pirating off of other series like One Piece and other popular anime. So, who cares? But anyway, the ultimate power talks to them, telling them that, yes, I am the ultimate power. I'm the ultimate treasure of the universe. But you gotta use me to kill the Zengeist. And they're like, okay. And it turns out that once they do this, the Ranger keys are gonna kind of be completely, utterly gone. Or that's the size of it. I'm sorry, y'all. I've watched this raw, so I might get my Japanese is a little rusty, but that's pretty much what I could piece together. That the Ranger keys would be destroyed, or at least in a useless state, after the powers have all been combined with the ultimate Triforce power thingy and used to destroy the Zengeist. So, in a conflict that where everyone's wondering whether or not they should or shouldn't do this, to use the power to destroy the Zengeist, Nissan, who has been sent by the Emperor to attack Earth, comes in and attacks the Gokai Galleon, which is probably like the 3rd time the Gokai Galleon has been attacked in 2 days. Good job, y'all. Though they kind of acknowledge it's been like a week since they killed Bosco, I think. No, they haven't. Sorry. But of course, Nissan doesn't. She's a science officer, so she doesn't come in fisticuffs. She decides to come in a giant robot. Very smart for her. And actually something that I like about her character. She's a scientist. She's not gonna come down and go, I'm gonna fight you one-on-one. No, she's the one who makes the technology. She's not the one who fights. So when she's forced to fight, she goes with the smartest thing she can do. Bring a lot of backup and being a giant robot. Makes sense. So the Gokai Galleon, transforms into the Gokaio, the Gojujin, goes to Gojujin, and they start to fight. Of course, Nissan gets taken out pretty quickly, while the Gojujin is kept busy by giant Gomins. So, the Goakigers decide to jump down after her, after somehow she got out of her mech after it exploded. I think she was the only one smart enough to put an eject button on that thing and use it. Oh well. And gets out of her mech and lands. And of course, she's quickly joined by Dogomins, the red ones, if you've forgotten which ones they are, sent by the Emperor himself to help her defeat the Kaizoku Sentai. But, of course, this being a badass tribute, I can't tell you what happens next. I have to show you, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Right.
Goakiger! Welcome! Change now! Rushman!
Sato Goggle.
Maskman! Fireman!
Ore. シリズムシューター。
チェンジソード！
メロディータクト。
マスキートンファバルカンスティック！
待って。
Yeah, sorry. That's all I can show you without being sued. Anywho, after an amazing battle, and I mean a freaking amazing battle, which is a fantastic tribute to these 5 teams. Whew, man, Nissan dies pretty much the worst death I've next to Bosco's, due to the fact that Bosco died and you got to see blood and watch him fall. Which, honestly, if I had got to do my review for it, I would have really gone into how Bosco died and actually how much went into his character's death, as much as how much he was a douchebag in life. And Nissan is about the same. A lot of things went into her death. As she died, she was dying trying to protect her name and her business, and she was pretty much a businesswoman and saw the Kaizoku Sentai as pretty much something in the way of her future. More of like how a businessman sees a small business in the way of his growth in a company. She's been trying to take them out, not because she hates them, but because they're just simply in her way. So, if it takes her killing them to prove that she's loyal and that she's willing to go up in the ranks, she'll do it. She has nothing personally against these guys. It's just business. And almost ends in that way, too, showing that she was just desperately in it for the business, though she ended up dying for it. Again, I wish I could have shown you this, but I might be sued enough already. And this was pretty much to show you guys that I'm sorry for not getting that last review in. So, nah. And of course, Nissan dies with a rising strike through her chest, and all the Japanese children cry again because they get to see a villain. Again, a female villain having a terrible death. First, Sally gets blown to bits, and you see the bits and pieces of her everywhere. And now Nissan gets a freaking boat through her chest. Dude, that's rough. But all in all, they count there. Everyone's like, yay, we won. And Gokai Silver kills all the giant Gomins, and they're pretty much ready to go home. And of course, the red guy, who I still haven't learned his name, and I don't think they've said it enough, pretty much says, "Bye, Nissan. I'd love to watch you die." Pretty much cementing in my mind that they use Nissan as literally a pawn to get the Goakiger's guard down. And that is just evil. That is like Disney evil right there, if I can use the meme. But, jeez, why is everybody here a douchebag? Well, then again, the Japanese have a lot more villainous villains than most American Western things. And I know that's arguable, but I've never seen this kind of evil in a kid's show before. In America, at least. And, of course, using her as a pawn after they could put their guard down, the Zanguys decide, now we're going to bring our army with full reinforcements into play. And pretty much almost the whole sky is covered with fucking Zangai ships. And they're shooting at the Goakiger, and the Goakiger demorph, and they're like, oh crap, what next? And episode ends. That was tense. It has me excited to see what's going to happen next. And I can't wait to see what happens next. And though I know very little of what will happen next, the plots have been kept almost secret to what has been going on now. So, what do I think of this episode? 10 out of fucking 10. Wow, it was good. If you take the last 4 episodes and pretty much line them up together, you could almost say this is a movie. This is a way you end a show. Where Power Rangers in America would do a 2-parter to end the series, or at least a 3-parter at most, this is almost a fucking 6-parter of a congruent storyline base going into this season finale and kicking ass each episode all the way through. Consistently good. I can't wait to see how this ends, and we technically have 3 episodes left. Or it's rumored to have 3 episodes left because it's supposed to go up to episode 52 and then in there. So 3 episodes left. So, damn, I can't wait to see what they're going to pull out on us and show how they're going to wrap all this stuff up. There's so many questions that I just need to be answered. And I'm actually okay if some of them don't get answered over others. I just can't wait to see what happens next. And I'm just gonna, and in fashion, I'm just going to give you guys a link to the episode. And if the link isn't there, tell me, leave me a comment, or message me. I'll get you the video myself. I'll give it to you to watch. So, until next time, y'all. Peace.